Hi, my name is Bruce Morris, owner of Morris and Son Builders. Morris and Sons was started in 1923 by my great-grandfather. My grandfather Noel joined him in 1944, and my father joined his father Noel in the 1960s, and I became a partner with Dad in the 1990s. On this DVD, you'll see everything from large construction to small addition alteration work. I'll leave it to you to watch the DVD, hear from some of our past clients.
We chose Bruce because he's old school builder, and he had good quality.
And we also liked the idea that he himself would be on site with the guys, not having someone else in charge just popping in. He was there every day working himself as well. They were easy to talk to, easy to deal with. His guys were great. You could see that they respected Bruce and his knowledge. He often, if there was something that he thought we could do better than what we had in the plan, he would suggest it. This is our second house that we've built with Bruce. We've never had any issues with either house. We haven't had to have him back for anything particular. His subbies were great, great to work with. We've had good comments on both houses with the quality. People have come in and they can see, that the workmanship's, the quality's there.
Yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, he's probably right up there, 9. If there is some little quality issue, sort it out, it's great. Wanted him to build, and we organised, okay, that's fine. We come over on the next Monday and they were on site. That was
preparing the site works,
instant. It was there and there.
The tidiness was there, basically daily. Not that we came every day to see, but when we did come to see, the house was always swept out clean. It might have been a pile of rubbish, but it was in that pile. It wasn't lying all around the place.
It was a safe site. Francis would come along in the high heels and toddled through the place, and no injuries.
Yeah. I think that the price, we did get 3 or 4 prices. They were slightly higher in the higher end of the scale, but not hugely. But when the job was finished, there was actually things that we realised they had included in their price that we didn't realise others hadn't. So it really didn't. It was a little bit up there, but it was worth it to pay that bit more. I mean, when you choose a builder, I think for me, when you choose a builder, you put your full trust in them. There's no point choosing a builder if you can't fully trust that they're going to do the job that you want.
I highly recommend him. You can't really go wrong. If there is a problem, it's sorted. There's no dramas about it. It's
very easy to
that's
talk
what you
to.
want. We'll fix it. That's if there is a problem. And generally, he just works away and the house gets built.
I mean, sometimes there'll be something that actually the architect may have not quite got right, and it's just never. It wouldn't be a problem with Bruce. So easy to talk to. The guys are great. They don't. They always let Bruce, do the discussions with the client. They'll talk to us, but when you want to ask something, really you have to get Bruce himself. And
well, he's on site anyway.
His knowledge is just great, and his workmanship's really good.
We actually had Bruce, Morris and Sons, recommended to us, and right from the word go, they came across as being efficient. And so we had the plan, but his workers were able to comment on what they felt from their experience would be a better solution. And we considered these suggestions, and invariably they were right. I trained as a designer at Rolls-Royce. I'm also an engineer. If you look at the quality of finish, and it doesn't matter where you go in the house, you're not getting building quality, you're getting engineering quality finish. Every line is perfectly straight. Every finish is perfect. And you would expect that you would be paying through the nose for that quality of work. But in fact, while Bruce isn't the cheapest, certainly he's the most cost effective, because he does the job once and it's done and it's a delight. While the work was carrying on, we actually lived in the house, and every night before they left, they tidied up, everything was put away, everything was safe, everything was clean. They were professional, but what I liked is they kept you informed. They would come and they would say, today we're going to do this, or tomorrow this is what we have planned. And so we could actually work in with them.
If you want just a builder, go anywhere. If you want a builder who can provide you with expert advice and ideas and craftsmanship, and gather around him a group of subbies who do the job exactly as it should be done, go for Bruce Morris. You won't find anybody better.
Well, we chose to choose Bruce because I know his work, and the guys are very good, and their price was very competitive.
And they were a pleasure to have around, and they finished off the job very nicely. I was really pleased.
Oh, they're wonderful to work with. They were certainly switched on. I got all the gear. They came here on time in the morning. They did the job and did it very thoroughly. They knew what they were doing.
Very good.
Better than what the existing houses at the moment, because they found out the quality of the work was very good. Yeah, we're very pleased with it.
It all went very smoothly, and there was no real problem there at all.
There was no mess left about
No.
it from work.
No.
Stuff was put into a bin. Yeah, no, it was very professionally done.
No, they just went about finishing off their job, and you know, they're very tidy.
They're actually at the bottom end of the scale, which surprised me very much for the size of the job and what had to be done. And we're very pleased. Yeah. If anyone else watching this, I would definitely recommend them. In fact, I would highly recommend them. They are very professional guys. They know what they're doing. They can be left to do the job on their own. They clean up. They're very tidy, and they do know. They've been in the job for years. So it's experience that counts.
And I've never had any hesitation in recommending them to people since I've had the laundry done.
I've worked with a lot of builders here in Wanganui over the past 20 years, and most I've settled on Bruce, I'd have to say, because he focuses on the job you're doing, and a lot of builders have a tendency to walk off and deal with other things all the time, and your job kind of sits there. Bruce makes a commitment to a job, deals with it, and you get what you expect to get, and he does a very good job of it. The big project we worked on was the BNC Bank on Lower Victoria Avenue, and that was a 2-year job. Bruce and the guys, I think maybe we spoiled them with that one because it was such a challenge and it was such an exciting sort of job to work on. They really took to it and loved the job, and we all sort of felt a bit adrift when it was finished. Did a great job. They have a really crisp sense of detail, but a broad range of knowledge relative to structure. They're inventive, which is interesting because a lot of carpenters aren't. They'll sit down and look at proportions, at materials, at the overall feel of a job rather than just solving a problem. They'll try to solve it in the best way rather than simply the most expeditious way. Superb. Absolutely excellent. We get nothing but rave reviews on the bank job. We won the Southern Hemisphere Plaster Award for one thing. We beat all the historic preservation jobs in New Zealand and Australia with that building. Bruce is pretty conscious of safety, and a dirty building site is a dangerous building site. I've never had any issues whatsoever with any part of a finished job being a mess at all. Obviously, when you're building, there's stuff all over, but he has the apprentice on it at least, I would say, once a week, tidying up. Bruce and his group has experience very few builders have in dealing with these types of buildings. and they're starting to gain a pretty good sense of engineering relative to those needs. Excellent. They're excellent at both commercial and domestic. Yeah, no, I wouldn't say Bruce is the cheapest, but on the other hand, you get what you pay for. And if you pay a decent price, that means, and something runs amiss or something, and in any job, there are always some sort of problems pop up. Bruce is there to fix it and make it right. I've never heard him moan or complain of something, we had to change something. And the level of craftsmanship and the execution of final product is well and truly worth what you pay for it. You can get a cheap product, but 5 years down the line, you've got a cheap product. And in my business, you need to resell, you need to rent things, and they have to be right, or people have somewhere else to go. Well, an interesting thing about anybody you employ is their motivation. And a lot of builders are simply motivated by money. So they will go out and try to cut corners to get as much as they can out of the job. I've never felt that way about Bruce. Obviously, he wants to make a living like anybody else, but he has two major concerns. One are his men that he employs to keep them going, keep their families, and support them and his own family. And the other one is to do the best possible job that can be done for the resources that he's allowed. Rather than cut corners and skimp, he'll go to the max on that rather than try to squeeze $1 at the end of the exercise, if you understand what I mean. And that means a lot to me. He has immense integrity and compassion as a human being.
Thanks for watching the DVD. If you've got any queries, please phone me on 344 5160. I'll be happy to answer your questions.